some of these marital distractions. There are a lot of ways, but in my research, I just kind of pulled out a few that I kind of studied a little bit upon. The first one says, hey, a way to avoid marital distractions, celebrate yourselves. Let me look at what I wrote down for that. Celebrate yourselves. Let me ask a question to the fellas. All right. Listen to my question. What man is beating you out, telling your wife how fine she is? Listen to my question. What man is beating you out, telling your wife how good she looks? Listen to me. Ladies, what sister applaud your man on how he carries himself more than you do? No. Thank you. Them sisters speaking up. Fellas ain't saying a word. Ain't saying nothing. What sister applaud your man on how he carries himself more than you do? What you celebrate will increase in value. What you celebrate. Somebody said, I think it was Zach said that, hey, I'm her cheerleader. Whatever it is, I am her cheerleader. I am the one that's applauding her. I am the one that's telling her how good she looks to me. I am the one that's telling him how he treats me. I am the one that's telling him that. We talked in last session, I think I briefly touched on it. I was saying, there was once upon a time where a guy had given Monica his phone number. Y'all remember? Didn't I say that in one session? Huh? Well, you know what? The fact that she shared that with me and told me about it. Yeah. Huh? It says a lot, absolutely. She showed me the little slip of paper. Guy had a little name on that, little phone number, everything. I said, all right now, where he is? He up there at McDonald's. Oh, okay, I don't know. Might have been a manager at McDonald's. I have no idea. But some little dude, you know, talking about, huh? Oh, call the number. I did one better. I went up to McDonald's. How about that? No, really. And so when Monica was telling me how he was saying how nice she looked, and you know, girl, you're looking nice and whatever it is you got on, you look real nice. Monica's response when people, and it has happened more than once, you know, she'll let me know and it's cool. But her response is normally, thank you. My husband told me the same thing. You know, my husband told me the same thing. When a woman or a man, and y'all have heard me say this because I believe in this wholeheartedly. When a woman or a man is fed at home, when they get outside of the home, they ain't trying to chomp on everything that's coming toward them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if they ain't being fed at home, being told, celebrated, hey, you look nice, girl, you know you're wearing that dress. Oh, your hair is da-da-da. Time she get out from you and somebody compliments her or him, she's just eating it up. Oh, thank you. And all, you know, just eating it up because you're not getting that from home. So celebrating each other is one way to avoid marital distractions. Just telling each other, talking to each other, hey, if I had it to do all over again, I'd do the same thing. I'll marry you again. I hope I can get about 4 lifetimes with you. I want about 4. And if I could put one on layaway, I would. You celebrate each other and uplift each other. Be encouraging to each other. Once again, it says here, what you celebrate will increase in value. If you keep talking about how lovely your bae is, how lovely your boo is, It helps you to be more endured or endeared by him or her. It helps to be more endeared by him or her. Any comments on that? Avoid emotional attachments. I kind of touched on that earlier. Emotional attachments. You have got to avoid them. Sometimes, especially when we're angry, when there's a heated discussion, sometimes you may kind of seek out talking to somebody about what's going on with you. You may go into details or you may not, but you want to avoid those emotional attachments. If me and Monica, we're married, okay? We're married. But if I get emotionally tied to the woman that lives 2 blocks from my house, and me and Monica is on shaky grounds emotionally, she has more of me than Monica does, and me and her been together for 20-some years. She has more of me than Monica does because I have now become attached emotionally to that. You have to avoid that. You have got to safeguard yourself and your marriages from that. Avoid emotional. Every man in here got a type of woman. Every woman in here got a type of man. And I hope it's the one that's with you right now. I'm just kidding. Y'all didn't catch that. Oh, no. Let me move on. What I mean by that is Monica is my type. Is my type. Everything about Monica is what I wanted in a companion. She's my type. If I go outside of these doors, there are other women out there that would be my type, that I like, in other words. You have got to, the emotional drawing first comes through the eyes. You see the person, you see the man, you see the woman, and you're like, oh, she looks nice. Oh, he looks nice. The sight first. And then if conversation begins and the conversation continues, this can easily happen. So to ward off that type of distraction, avoid it at all costs. You know when you're talking to somebody and it could potentially go in the wrong direction. We ain't crazy. You know, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
You want me? I'll move to somebody else. You know when a female is attracted to you.
She swear I don't.
He don't. He claim he don't.
He don't be knowing Vanna. Vanna, he don't be knowing.
I be so focused. But I can tell you, I don't want to give away my tricks. I'll go ahead and get this one away free. Of course, you are very accurate regarding types.
Types.
People have their types. Some people like tall, some like short. Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, some like super thin, some like them. If you ain't rotund, you don't come my way. Mm-hmm. That's types. Mm-hmm. But what I do, and I learned this trick, when I see something that's my type, mm-hmm. I just quickly say, she stink.
She what?
Stinky. If you're my type and ain't my wife, you stink. Okay. You have odor, smell, all over.
Okay.
And that automatically, y'all gonna learn how to live with not for your wife. My wife smells good. All over stink.
All right.
It's so simple, but it works.
Yeah. You have conditioned. I like this. He's conditioned himself to believe. And see, his reality, his belief is his reality.
There you go.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all of the other women that's his type, all of them just stink. Hey, don't look like I'm gonna get to the rest of them, but you want me to get 3? Okay. See, Monica want me to get 3. Okay. Avoid seeking pity. Ooh. Okay. Avoid seeking pity. Okay. Don't look for sympathy, by telling what you perceive is wrong in your relationship with someone of the opposite sex. With somebody else. You don't want to look for, okay, I have a heated discussion with Monica. She mad at me, I'm mad at her. I go to Sister Letitia. Just make it up a name. Make it up a name. Letitia. And I'm telling Letitia what took place. And Letitia starts to have a little sympathy for me. So when we talk about avoid seeking pity, I shouldn't go to Letitia to try to get her to sympathize with me. Oh, it's going to be all right. Oh, it's going to be. She did that to you. What? What? You are a good man. Why would she say that to you? I'm coming to you. Why would she say that to you? In many instances, you will get that, but a lot more. Once she starts saying, or he starts saying, my baby, you know what? He actually said that to you? Really? What was he thinking? What was he thinking? No, I'm serious. I might be laughing, I'm serious. What was he thinking? And you begin to seek sympathy or pity from that person, and if they don't mean you well, you are vulnerable then. And they will, in many instances, take advantage. You all right back there? You all right? Oh, okay.
No. Can you hold the questions and finish the last two?
Okay. But somebody had something, yes.
What I was gonna say with that, once you start seeking pity and you start like looking for those emotional attachments, and you're feeding these people like what's wrong with your mate and what they're doing wrong, then all of a sudden that gives them the fuel that they need to become the exact opposite of what you're saying.
That's it.
That's exactly right.
It looks like they're the perfect person versus who you're with. Now he's doing everything he's not.
That's it.
That's exactly right. That's it right. You basically give them the answers to the test. Yeah, absolutely. That's just like when a man and a woman first meet. And I think you said something in a sermon about that when you were talking about the bait, what kind of bait you got. But anyway, when a man and a woman first meet, man, like, what kind of man you looking for? And she begins to say what it is she's looking for. You just gave him the answers to the test. So now he conforms to what it is that you just said you looking for in a man. Knowing that ain't him. Yeah, all right, let me go and get, since I'm already, let me go and finish. Always remember the beginning. What do I mean by that? Always remember the beginning. If you 2 years in, 5 years in, if you 7, 10, 20 years in, never forget the beginning. What was it like when you first met? Remember that. Reminisce on that. Look at some old videos of when you first got married, when you first started going out, when you first started dating. You're looking at pictures. Because see, in a lot of instances, not in all, but I would say even in most instances, that's a happy time.
Yeah.
In most instances, that's a happy time. So remember those times when distractions is trying to set in. Remember the beginning, what it was like. What it was like.
Well, that's good motivation to see where this is where we came from and this is where we are now. She's not throwing cups in my head now.
You're in a better place.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay. And that's why I say in most cases. Yeah, in most cases. Just remember. Know how to discern. Pray for discernment. Discernment. Discern when it's not. Let me just read.
I got it. Pastor Gino, I'm sorry to cut you off. But
No, you're fine.
Know the difference between a bump and a boil.
Know the difference between
A bump and a boil. Pastor Gino said that we went home and talked about that for like 6 hours after that. Because I've been picking at boils, thinking they were just bumps and it just been exploding all over the place.
Oh. favor from God with the devil's trap to distract.
Alright.
Don't confuse favor from God with the devil's trap to distract. Give an example. I wrote down an example here. Okay. This guy, this brother, this dude, all of a sudden gives a sister, we'll just say, give her $200-300. And then he says, I just want to bless you. I said, don't confuse the favor from God with the devil's trap to distract. What was his motivation? He said, I just want to bless you. That's where this got to kick. That's got to kick in. Did he just want to bless you, honestly, and that was it? Or was there something attached to that? I thank you, sir. Discernment. Discernment. What is the motivation behind unsolicited care and attention from the opposite sex? What's the motivation? Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it favor from God or devil's trap to distract? Discernment. Discernment is a good, I have the gift of discernment, and I'm so thankful for it. The discernment is a powerful thing. When God has given you insight into a thing or into a situation, into a relationship that you would have otherwise not even known. Discernment. Why are you doing what you're doing? Questions, comments? We're going to read Proverbs 4:23 through 27, and I'm going to close out. Any questions, any comments?